Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, March 27th, 2022, and I am sitting here at this private pool at this house that we have, and I've decided that I'm going to do a series of poolside discussions. So, today's discussion is going to be about what has been happening for the last 2 years, and what have you been doing about what has been happening for the last 2 years. We have been taken on a horrible ride for the last 2 years. I'm not going to get into whether you agree with this being a plan or not, but it has happened. And now that the distraction is over in another country and the enemy is supposedly another president from another country, the focus is kind of taken off of the other situation that was supposedly spreading around. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of businesses went out of business. A lot of people have been hurt. A lot of people lost their lives. One of the first things that you should have learned as a lesson from this is you cannot depend on a government to sustain you. We have not in this country gotten to the point where the grocery stores closed down. But what would you do if all the grocery stores closed down? How would you sustain yourself and your family? Have you thought about that? There's so many people out there that are watching whatever's on Netflix and YouTube and whatever other television stations are out there that they haven't even thought about it. And we have an example of what would happen if the grocery stores closed down. In our country, there was a situation in Texas not too long ago where the power was out for several days, like maybe more than a week. And also, a little earlier than that, we had Katrina, where everything was wiped out in certain areas. People lost their minds. The horrific situation that happened then, there's this guy out there. His name is Klaus Schwab. I'm not going to even say anything else about him. You go look him up. But he has plans for your life, and they are horrible plans. So you need to start looking at what you're going to do when they start trying to implement the rest of their plans. Because there was a little mock pandemic that they did right before this other situation, and they did a whole scenario on what would happen. Well, they've got another scenario that they're doing out there. Y'all need to check that out. This World Economic Forum is up to no good for the middle class, for the poor people, and you need to be aware of it. I ask you, as April is coming up, this is your assignment. Turn off the television, turn off entertainment, and start researching what these people plan for you and start figuring out a plan for yourself. What we are doing in our group is finding ways to make sure that we sustain ourselves. See, here in Costa Rica, there's food just falling off the trees. You will not starve to death. The temperature gets a little hot on the Caribbean coast over here, but at least you won't freeze to death. And you're 10 minutes away from the ocean, so you've got a little bit of meat, which is the fish. So these people are going to be okay if the grocery stores close. But what about Atlanta, Detroit, LA, Miami, Charlotte, all these other places? Think about that. And I'm going to end it. Oh, those are the howler monkeys that you hear, by the way. I'm going to end the video. I'm going to try to get up early in the morning, every morning, and do a poolside discussion. Won't be my only video, maybe, but at least I want to say something to you every morning. Something encouraging, but something serious, so that a lot of people will wake up and realize that you are responsible for your own sustenance. Talk to you later.